Welcome back to the NDS. We are here at 8 Bowl for race 20 of the season. Taking a quick look down qualifying. And back up the board we go. We're ready for another round of good old-fashioned plate racing. Toad Warrior 75 on pole in the 8 of Derek Hamill to the, what you call it, the outside. With this way this track is going, we call it the right side, as preferred lane is going to be switching every which way as they take on this figure 8 with a bridge. Pace cars off. Toad Warrior 75 going to lead them down to the green flag to kick off the Office Depot 408. 91 getting a good launch on the start. Double file in the draft, but we'll see if it gets 3 wide here real quickly. Second, third driver on the inside, fourth driver on the inside getting clear there. Looking to take advantage. Misty Viper on the move early. The 40 wasting no time. Slicing through as we see some drivers on the top of 3 right there. Ringo and Racer dropping back as others plan to make their moves early. Got a full pack completing the first lap. Look at them go. Taking a look at the scoring as the draft's going to let some of these underdogs get their shot. RBV is keeping it competitive so far. 87 team looking for something good here to turn their season around. But the mid-pack is just kind of racy back there. I thought we saw some 4 wide out of Wyatt Junkman. As we do see some 4 wide. Mizzou back there to trying to settle it down, but the drivers in the back are extra aggressive on the sticks right now. Looking at Ben making his way up the inside. So early on, just kind of getting a feel for it because it's going to be where you are when you make your pit stops. That's still a long way in the future. Looking 3 wide here. The inside getting a really good push that time. All the way with Jake coming around that lane, pushing Exo Tiger. And going down the back is very important. You want to be down on the preferred line, but you don't want to be alone. So big push coming for the 8 from the 77. As Toad Warrior dips himself into the lead. 91 out front. As these drivers are preparing to get through the busy work, but still want to put on a show here. Looking at a lot of 3 wide. There's Ben back there. And see, when the inside lane really comes alive, drivers like Eric Monaco are getting a really big push through the inside. But when you're still 3 wide top like this, you're wondering, where do I go? And then it all comes undone through 3 and 4. The outside lane is where you pay your dues. So being in the middle might not be the worst thing ever. Canadian Lux, he's up in the middle right there. As getting kicked to the outside all alone is really bad. Seeing the 38 of Tiger Man dropped a lot of spots on that lap. That comes back to bite you in the ass. Fort Bot's up there. He's getting kicked out to the high side. And now 2 lanes like this are a lot more manageable. Exo Tiger, he's drafting there. He doesn't have anyone. He's going to get put way out there. Oh no, he's going backwards. That is very unfortunate, especially being alone. Like, look at, he's probably going to drop it next to the 3. Yeah, Eric Monaco still in the middle. Whoa, Team Duke. he was on the outside there, looked to make a pass, got a little aggressive with it. You don't want to overstep your boundaries. That could be the recipe for disaster on this field right here. Seeing the midfield just take care of it right now. Angel Madfia hasn't made up too much movement. He's kind of a little ways back. And then a lot of the drivers like who have trying to like redeem their really bad qualifying. Wyatt Junkman, we saw him earlier, but he has just not had it. All the way back to Kyle D. That's the back of the back. That one racer leading us around. The 10 got pushed out there, and now Ringo's going to take advantage of it. The 66 going for the lead. And getting a little tired of saying that, but he's been putting on a season so far. Hyperdrive right around the inside, getting a huge push from the 77. 66 throwing a block on him. Now the inside lane switches back around to 33. Is able to get it there. He's got the good lane going. And a lot of this can be just seeing a driver not really doing too good early on, but he works his way up through the field late in the going to get the win. Seeing some drivers try to work the pack. Zent in the 88. If he could just get a little bit better runs, he could be a driver that could steal a win away. He's currently on the outside here. A little bit of a gap between the 97 and the 34. Trying to hold off everyone behind you, get them to work together. Mako Kit 67 doing the best she can to get the pushes going in the right direction. Ortbot's having a little bit of frustrations with this track so far, but plenty of time. The 77 is right there with him. They're getting a really big single file like group out here. How many can get pushed clear? Brogan 99, Eric Monaco, Derek Hamill coming out too. So seeing everybody in the single file, who's going to be the one to drop down low to make the advantage happen? Whoa. 77 is going to get the lead here. They're leaving Toad Warrior out there as well. Hamill takes the inside. The ebbs and flows of the pack like this is going to be an interesting watch. All race, basically. Ben, he's slowly working his way. He doesn't want to be too loud with his potential successes. Wants to be kind of like one of those sleeper picks who goes in, stays in this for most of it, and then strike late while the iron's hot. Seto just trying to crunch points, make it in. As crunch time for those playoff positions are going to be really tricky, especially these two right here. Cody Goforth and Chris Puckerboy, these two are fighting for that final spot. Currently tied for it with 6 races to go to the playoffs. So a big points day for one of these two drivers will be very appreciated. When it comes to how they're racing so far, they're both kind of on top of each other, not getting too separated away. Not quite sure what that strategy is going to entail for these two, but it'll be interesting to see how it develops. Looking at just if everyone is here. And yep, all 42 still in attendance. Already about a quarter of the way through, so the drafts have been very interesting in the works. Junkman on the 5, pushing these two around. Trying to help himself more so than those guys. If he's buried back in traffic, you can't really have much of a good day when you're stuck back there. Hamill, he got Probably got put up on the outside, but he's going to try to run it back on the inside, get a little bit more position. We saw him in the top 5, and now he's behind Team Duke in the 21. So misfortunes can happen quick at this place. You do not want to be on the wrong side of the tracks when it's getting crunch time. Speaking of crunch time, a little bit of 4 wide almost. Seto finding a place in line after almost trying to put a move on Ringo, but didn't really come. That you can move your way through the field, but most of the time see a lot of drivers kind of stuck in place. The 10 etched into the lead, the other drivers around are kind of stuck in the midfield or backfield, especially when you get a lot of 3 wide like this and you just see the gridlock take over. Taking a look at the helicopter, you can see the whole pack just in the way it moves midfield. The 33 looking for some ground to make up. Oh, God. They're hanging Tiger Man out to dry like that. And speaking of the midfield, Chris Puckerboy has gotten away from Cody Goforth, so the spots are pulling in the 2's favor for now. 4 wide behind them. They are very close together. Poor bot needs to back out of that. Just get in line in front of Mako. That doesn't happen. Can KSS-BSS let RS the anime guy in? 4 wide still on the table. Even the back markers are getting a little bit of battling going on. Oh, Beach Brutus making contact. A lot of the fantasy drivers just hoping to kind of mooch through the draft to get like a top 10 finish. That's about all they could ask for at this point. Yikes. Full field in front of them. Seeing some new faces almost working their way to the front. Exo Tiger has been meticulously in this draft. He's up to 2nd. Jake pushing for support. Seto in the top 5. Trying to secure a spot. And look at it, not that much further back. The 2 has been making money so far in this run. It has been rather pleasant to watch. And we're dropping to the completion of lap 15. Nobody's been really able to fight for the lead. Everybody's been greeting for 2nd place. But the 99 did a great job keeping the draft up right behind that 10. We're seeing more 4 wide action in this group right here. That is Born Ready, top of 4. They've all found a spot now. Krugemeyer running right where she needs to be. They're still not done yet. Oh, I think they're just kind of forcing the issue, and some drivers getting in the lines they don't want to be in. That is absolutely the case. They're given room there. Once they get to 3 wide, a little bit of room to be made. As Tub Schittler is struggling to keep up. He should be fine, though. 77 of Jake, still 2nd. The 10 and 77 have been out front most of the time. Ben in the top 5. Who's going to make the move? I think it's going to be the 2. Puck's going for 2nd. He's racing like a boss. Speaking of racing like a boss, Wyatt Junkman, he's pulled himself into the top 10. He was back there for a while, but now he is in the house. 5, he's racing good. They're all racing good. Racer still keeping the lead under lock and key. Exo Tiger getting forced back top of 3. They're getting singled out more as this goes on. Not really the big packs of bombast, mostly just strung like this, keeping everybody in check. I believe RBV is the last one in the top 10, but with the inside-outside dynamic, it's hard to tell who's in the top 10, who's not. Wyatt Junkman's definitely struggling to keep himself in the top 10. But the Pied Piper of the field, the number 10, still out front as they dog on each other for second. That is not how you fight for the lead. I'll take a look at like more of the back markers that are kind of just chilling with each other. Tubbs Schittler's caught back up. The Puff is there. Kyle D, Fred Jones. I'm kind of surprised to see Mizzou and Esri that are really just near the back. The 17 and 78 are not that much further along compared to the fantasy drivers. Like, sure, Terry Bollea is getting a good push, and they can make up some ground on the inside. And another driver that's really just not having it right now is Port. Currently sitting outside the top 30, trying to make his way back in. The shifting lanes are really a challenge for a lot of our newer drivers. Some of them are able to easily make heads of it. Look at the 2. Back up to second and looking for one more. Ringo might get a run on him, though. He knows he's not like as good as these like veterans he's racing around, so a learning experience, but also when you dangle a victory right in front of somebody, they're really going to go for it. Seeing the inside lane, continuing to get their good pushes around. Toad Warrior on the outside there. And you got the veterans jumping down. They're going to put 3 wide on the 2. That's something you learn the hard way. If you don't take opportunities, others will make an opportunity out of you. Brogan, he's going 3 wide. He's going to get the inside back for the other set of turns on the other side of the track. So he'll have a good run. Looking for the positions. He'll get Ben. Ben low-key might be a sleeper to really disrupt the rhythm of the playoff bubble here. But right now, all roads go through this 10 team. Looking to be a one-stop race. They got a few more laps before they can open the window here. Hyperdrive down the inside. He's going to send it. He's going to take the lead for the first time in a long time that we're going to have a lead change. 99 just still hanging where he is. I think that's kind of the case for a lot of drivers. Oh, Tubbs Schittler, he's really back there. I think this time he's going to lose the draft if he hasn't already. Ringo getting a big push around the inside. That one, Racer's got positive momentum back on his side. The 10 could jump out for the lead down the front here. We are looking. Oh, we got cars spinning. That's Toad Warrior. Big wreck on the front. Oh, man. They got violence everywhere. Oh, Port shoved into the barrels. The Puff is in it. Newhouse. Some of the leaders did come to pit. Others stayed out. Tiger Man really was the catalyst there. As we got a lot to unpack. Yeah, lap 22, and you see some of the drivers did come in this time. Ringo, Racer, Jake, Puck, Canadian Lux, Cilio Willie, and a few others, but the wreck that happened was ultimately what brought out the yellow. It had nothing to do with pitting. Well, not directly anyways. Tiger Man was just running his line. He's going like trying to go high, and Toad Warrior was just there. They just misjudges a lane. And that causes the entire pocket to collapse around that side of the track. Seeing a few drivers get through, but oh, Port slides it in, and that just creates a lot of just violence shoving through. Esri hits the barrels. Tubb Schittler's in it. Port gets destroyed on that one. Golly. Get another view of this. This is Toad Warrior in the 91. Here's a better angle for the entire wreck. See drivers trying to scramble to avoid what's going on here. But it just happens so fast. Mako going over once, and that's it. And Port getting clobbered. That's probably the worst part of it right there. I got one more angle in me. Let's take a look at how the 16 ultimately ended up the way he did. Like the pocket just kind of collapses on guys like Team Duke and everyone there. Port, he just gets into the back of Ben D. Straw and comes across the track right there. You could see the roof numbers come up, and it just embeds him in there. Ay, ay, ay. And I saw it happen. These drivers, the ones that stayed out, they pitted. The ones that came in didn't pit under caution because they came in as the caution was happening. So we're going to see a mix of drivers and where they're... Oh, what the hell? Squeeze me. Angel Madfia just slams it into Macaroni. And Cody Goforth gets into it too. That is absurd driving from the 71 team. The 8 of Hamill, he should be fine. He came in. He must have just had a rough stop. So many things going on. Yeah, I think they just weighted the 8 on fuel. So nothing there. Goforth is coming back out. He is not giving up, but obviously frustrated with the 71. Now he handled that. Yeah, Angel, Madfia, and Macaroni are out of the race. And unfortunately, the 60 brought it in there. He's going to get a bad finish. Plenty of drivers been in their vehicles there, looking for rough finishes around. I think everybody back to the 34 going to be 29th on track, staying out to finish this thing out. Top 10 back to Exo Tiger, and the top, like, 8 or top 7 or 8, they kind of got the jump on the caution. So Ringo leading them back to green. Green flag back underway. Single file line. I think we're going to see plenty of those bat drop off the midfield here. I think the 51 might be struggling a little bit to make it to the main pack, but it could be possible to get some other drivers roped in. I think seeing everybody back from Terry Balea really dropping off, just trying to survive out here. Wyatt Junkman leaving no room for error. He's looking to make his way up through the field. 77 to the lead, and see some underdog drivers looking to upset the natural order. Eric Monaco, Cilio, Willie, RS, the anime guy. A win from any one of these drivers could propel the playoff bracket to be very different. A 13 and the 11 on the outside. That one racer down the inside. Jake looking to seal the deal on turning the season around. Canadian Lux looking for his first win since the Talladega race opener this season. And Eric Monaco got himself an underdog run. Seeing what he could do with it. Ringo jumps him, puts the 3 up high. And looking around back here, you could see, I think Hamill might be able to get up there. He's got Brogan as his rear gunner, but it's going to be tough. Trying to get as many drivers in the main pack as possible. But they are just making the best they can. Look at the mid-teens for positions right here. Born Ready in that one. He's just kind of got racing with Toad Warrior. That speed differential within this pack is kind of crazy. Exo Tiger going high and dropping those spots all the way down. Zentz is in here. You got Ben. He's running good. The 9 getting put up highs, but 77's trying to block all the lanes to get this win here. I keep my eyes on this 13 team. They're one of those drivers that I'm really thinking could be a factor in the upset potential when it gets down to it. That one racer going for the lead. The 10 has kind of been the man to beat all day. As right now, you see in a few different packs of drivers. I think Toad Warrior might actually be slowing down in Group 2 right there. RBV has got to get around him. The 91 not really leveraging his speed for this right now. But I think they have enough draft to keep up. So, very interesting dynamic within these main battle right now. You have about 22 vehicles that can fight for this win. They're going to have to deal with lap traffic. I think that's going to be the bee's knees for who really gets this race won. Cilio Willie, he's up to second, trying to get pushed past Jake to see what he got. Back straightaway, you can see the drivers crossing the bridge. A few of them are probably going to be close to being lapped here in a few laps. The pace is not particularly there. I'd say, the 34. I think he came back to pit again. He must be a lap down somewhere. Take a look at Newhouse. Yeah, he's further back. He was a lap down. Back to the front. Seeing those drivers on the bottom lane, they're getting business done around there. Top 4 all getting pushed around. Good runs had by all. I still think there's time for, if you're back in like where the 13 is, you can regroup and get that push going. That one racer alone on the inside, but the outside, they're really trying to make it work. But I think the 13 is going to have a really good shot. If he can clear inside, that'd be great, but I don't think he can get down there. Jake is already there. Racer's trying to block both lanes. But the 77 gets to the inside. Kind of shootout style right now between rows 1 and 2. RBV's in this. Ben's in this. Hell, even John X. Sully in the 84. He had not talked about him all day, but if you're here, you're a factor. Beach Brutus. Toad Warrior, I think they finally dumped the 91 out of the main pack, but Beach Brutus may also lose the draft as well. As we're finding Hyperdrive leading this thing, as he is going to be the one who might have to sort out the lap down guy over there. Honestly, I don't know whether you want to be high or low. Hyperdrive's got the push from Cilio Willie. The 33 and the 13, even if they don't get that much clearance, they could still set up for a perfect 3 and 4. That one racer, he's blocking the front. I think Beach Brutus back in the main pack. Hyperdrive looking to get a big push for the lead. They are 2 by 2. back. All these drivers. Even Eric Monaco, Krugemeyer, plenty of mid-pack darlings looking for sunlight. They're coming up on the 34. He's not that far down the road. Craig Newhouse gonna have to play the lap traffic game here. What's Hyperdrive gonna do with it? As soon as he catches, it's gonna be... Checks up a little bit. The high lane, the entire pack is slowing down for it. Newhouse moves once and a half. They're going to take him 3 wide. Cilio Willie all the way around the outside. Clears the 34. He's got no help. Monaco getting held up. As the inside is going to be, I think, where the 34 is going to go here. Monaco's got to get him. He moves up. Ben trying to power around the inside to put him middle. They'll get the draft back going. And the 34 gets kicked up to the middle. Ben's going to open up that line. Eric Monaco not having a good run of that time. Canadian Lux got kicked up to the outside. Inside lane working for him. That one racer jumps to the lead. 3 wide behind them. The next group is about 3 cars strong. So it's not going to be a one and done deal. That will be much more effective for the end of this thing here. Looking out back, it's plenty strong. And now these leaders are how it's going to be. That one racer first. Cilio Willie in second. Hyperdrive pushing for third. The inside lane is getting a big push around. This is looking like Talladega. If Talladega had left and right turns. Talladega, if SVG could win there. Who's going to be the first one to budge down low? Hyperdrive's going for it. Look at Born Ready in the 1. Born Ready trying to go back-to-back on the day. And he's got the 66 right behind him. The top 2 in the points are looking very strong in this one right now. It is, you got to get the going while the going's good. Born Ready, slicing through the traffic. Look at Canadian Lux. He's down the inside too. Plenty of these drivers looking for daylight. Look further back, you see Exo Tiger getting real big draft. He's leaving the 84 behind, or trying to. Others that are battling amongst themselves, struggling for spots. But as we see with the whole Talladega and the lap traffic thing, you can come back if they run into more. And there's plenty more up ahead. That one racer and Hyperdrive, they're getting a little bit up the track, but 10 trying the outside. That one racer off the corner, he's going to get the door slammed by the 78, but it's back open. Looking for every last advantage they can get their hands on. Hyperdrive's going to get caught up high. They're getting past him. That's the 44 and the 78. And everybody's coming back in the battle here too. The 47. I think Terry Bollea. Where did that 47 go? Oh, he's on the high side. That's basically, yeah, he's got him blocked up high. Now a lot of single filedness with Terry Bollea up there. He's going to get put middle. Coming to 5 to go. If you're here, you've got a shot. Look at them trying the outside lane to get around that 47. They keep the speed up high. They could probably get something going to try to get back up there. Seto in second. Ben looking to the inside. I think it's going to be the outside that takes it good. Jake gets on by. The 77 Might be a little bit too much out there if he's all alone. Seto's got there. Pushing her lane inside. Cilio Willie drops to make the pass. 4 to go. Eric Monaco back in the swing. Wyatt Junkman's near here as well. The 5. Looking for that all-important win to shake it up. Looking back here, you can see everybody getting 3 wide. That one, Racer, Hyperdrive. Those two were leading the lot, but the door's open now. Team Duke trying to get the speed going, but he's just a lap down and kind of making it worse for everybody here. Look at Seto. The 24 to the point. She's got to hold him off for about 3 more laps of this thing. And we've got plenty of drivers that are going to be doing everything they can to get it. Exo Tiger drops inside the 99. Swinging the corners. To the lead. Looking at that second group, Hyperdrive got kicked out. And he's top of 3 all alone. Wyatt Junkman looking for his first career win. Plenty of first career winners potentially in the mix there. Toad Warrior on the bridge. He's got a couple friends with him. They probably won't run in the next lap traffic. If it is, it's going to be the 34 again. But I think they've got the clearance. Wyatt Junkman, he's up to 3rd. He's got all lanes clear coming off the corner here. This is the pack. And this is 2 laps to go. Seto and Junkman both go inside. The 24 getting the push around. The 5 trying to clear himself too. Could be a bit too early to make the move. Coming off corner exit. Seto's got a good clearance. Can it be enough? The 5 and the 24 just doing their thing. Trying to make this between just the 2 of them. Jake. He's on the move. Up to 3rd. Ringo and Cilio Willie in the top 5. Seto's got 1 more lap to hold him off. White flag. Junkman. He's got it going. 3 wide. Jake. Bottom of 3. They're making everything they can go how they got it. The 13 of Cilio Willie pushing through the inside lane. Jake's got to get to the line. Down the back. This is going to be the most important corner of the race. Cilio Willie, he stays the course. Pushing the 77 all the way around the track. Ringo's got 3rd. Cilio Willie, Jake. As the 77 comes out of turn number 4, Jake is going to break through for a win in Season 8, and it's going to be an 8 bowl. Everybody scraping across the finish line here. What a show that was. Toad Warrior 75's found his friends there. He's racing them to get back. Finish lead lap. And there you have it. The 77 leads him off to victory lane. His team. Nobody else gets to come. Looking at the final results, we see some pretty good upset finishers. And looking down the order, I see a lot of destruction that happened along the way. But that is all we got for this race. Till next time, take care.